Butch Knight looks like your average guy. He even has a pleasant face, kind of like your grandpa. But cops say Butch is not nice at all. In fact, they tell Crime Watch Daily he is a calculating, cold-blooded killer who confessed to murder. On a 911 call, he placed himself.
Who is this now?
Allegan County Central Dispatch.
Okay, I strangled her. She is dead and she's laying on the living room floor. You need to get law enforcement out there to do whatever they do with dead bodies.
At first, stunned police think it might be a hoax.
It was an unusual call. People just don't call in to report that they committed homicide.
They go to the Knight house to investigate.
Initially, we just saw a body under a sheet, and it was in the middle of the living room floor.
And sure enough, police pull back the sheet to find Butch's wife, Sara, dead.
Obviously, through strangulation.
Just as Butch had told them in his 911 call. Were you shocked?
I can't think of a word that's big enough.
Sara's horrified daughter, Roxanne, is in disbelief.
I couldn't picture him doing it.
And Sara's best friend, Ellen Stanley, is inconsolable.
It's like somebody had just ripped my heart out because she was my baby sister.
But their grief turns to anger when we play them Butch's 911 call and they hear his heartless confession for the first time.
I strangled her. She is dead and she's laying on the living room floor.
What does this tell you about the person you thought he was? He's cold.
You need to get law enforcement out there to do whatever they do with dead bodies.
Whatever they do with dead bodies. That is so typical Butch. So cold and calculating and in charge and in control. And such an idiot. To be so callous and so cold as to refer to this woman that he's supposed to love as a dead body.
Now everyone is asking the same question.
Why?
Police are desperately searching for the answer, and one Harold Butch Knight, who's vanished in his dead wife's car, leaving only one clue to his whereabouts.
And what's your name, please?
That's not important. I'm getting ready to leave the country.
Cops have traced the 911 call to Ann Arbor, Michigan, 150 miles from Fenville, in the direction of Canada.
We alerted authorities over there, the Border Patrol agents, to keep an eye out.
Detectives also know Butch has a gun and is flush with cash when they uncover this surveillance footage of him at a local bank the day after Sara's murder.
Our investigation uncovered that he had visited their bank and he emptied his bank account out. It also showed that he had gone to a firing range, did some target practice, and purchased a weapon and ammunition.
That says what, Detective?
It tells me that he can be considered armed and dangerous at this time.
Scary.
Yes.
And Captain Larson begins to draw a disturbing psychological profile of Butch from evidence at the murder scene.
There were items and articles of hers that were placed near her, among which were a folder on a table that included phone numbers and addresses to family members for us to contact.
Scrapbooks, Post-its, details, as if he's playing some sort of game with you.
It was something that in 21 years with the Sheriff's Office, I've never seen the likes of.
Then another Butch sighting, this time in Farmington, Maine, courtesy of a Walmart surveillance camera, just 4 days after Sara was strangled to death. Butch is almost unrecognizable with his gray hair and mustache dyed black and dressed to kill.
He was wearing a full one-piece snowmobile type suit, camouflage hat with the fur on the outsides.
Police later find Sara's 2009 Subaru Forester abandoned in the Walmart parking lot and learn Butch had hitched a ride to the town of Ridgely.
This part of Maine is very remote. There's not a lot of law enforcement presence. I think he knew that. That's maybe one of the reasons why he went to that area.
It's also within 10 miles of the Canadian border.
And that is the last time anyone has ever spotted him.
In nearly a year.
Where do you think he is right now, if you had to guess?
He could possibly be anywhere in Maine. He may have tried to cross the border in Canada, as the 911 call said.
And cops still don't have a motive for Sara's murder, although they suspect marital problems.
I think possibly mom maybe could have been tossing around the idea of leaving him.
And Ellen says that might have flicked Butch's kill switch.
With his personality and his ego, I can see where he would have been mad enough.
But Ellen is haunted by guilt that she might have been able to save Sara if she hadn't missed a call from her the night before she met her untimely fate.
And she had left me a message on Facebook, which was kind of strange because all it said was, "I tried to call you." No explanation, no anything.
Ellen didn't get back to her in time.
I just wish every day that I had not missed that phone call, because I keep thinking in my mind that maybe that phone call was that call to say, "Ellen, I'm leaving, can you help me?" And I'll never know, because all I got was, "I tried to call you, and I wasn't there for her."
Now Ellen and Roxanne just want to see Butch behind bars.
They'll catch him. He's not that smart.
You put him in a little box, and you leave him there.
Butch, you may be on the run now, but not for long. The cops say they are coming for you, and so is Crime Watch Daily.
We will find him.